All right, let's do some questions on this to see if we're learning anything. Number 1, which of the following types of audit evidence is the most persuasive? Remember, we need information not that's convincing, but that's persuasive. So right here, boom, 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 we're looking for 1 over 2, 2 over 3, 3 over 4, and so on. What's the most persuasive? All right, it says pre-numbered client purchase order forms. So pre-numbered client purchase order forms, where are you getting that? From the client, sounds like number 4, inside, client developed. Client worksheets, 4. Bank statements obtained from the client, that's something prepared outside of the company, but you get from the client, that's 3, outside, inside. Client rep letter, called a management rep letter, we'll talk about later in this section. You must get that, but who prepared it? The client, that's 4. Best answer is 3 is better than 4, so that would be C. Number 2, which of the following presumptions is correct about the reliability of audit evidence? So what's true about relevance, reliability, or validity? Valid, credible, believable, reliable, that means it's good quality. So what's true about it? A, information obtained indirectly from outside sources is the most reliable. Indirectly? No. How about directly? B, to be reliable, evidence should be convincing rather than persuasive. No, it should be persuasive rather than convincing. It's backwards. We need reasonable, not absolute assurance. C, reliability of audit evidence refers to the amount of corroborative evidence. Reliability is the quality, sufficiency is the amount, quantity. D, effective internal control provides more assurance about the reliability of audit evidence. True, because if internal control is good, then we don't need as much of it. True. Now notice how, as you go through the questions, don't just rush and say, just tell me the right answer, D. You need to go, why is A wrong, B wrong, and C wrong? Because that's how you learn. On your exam, they're going to change one word in the question, which changes the answer from D to B. So that's why it's important. You may not see the exact same question, but you'll see the same concepts. You need to understand the concepts. Number 3. Which of the following statements relates to the appropriateness of audit evidence is always true? So which of the following statements relating to the appropriateness is always true? All right, what do we need? Sufficient, appropriate. So what's always true about quality, relevance, reliability? What's always true about this? A, audit evidence gathered by an auditor from outside an enterprise is reliable. Is that always true? Remember the word always. No, because it may not be always reliable. Accounting data developed under satisfactory conditions of internal control are more relevant than data developed under unsatisfactory. No, it's more reliable, not necessarily more relevant. Oral representations made by management are not valid evidence. Inquiries, they're valid. That's not true. Evidence gathered by auditors must be both reliable and relevant to be considered appropriate. Let's see, it has to be both reliable, relevant, valid. Yes, that's true. Best answer, D as in darn, this stuff is good.